My beloved ones, my name is Algimantas. I live in a small country in Eastern Europe called Lithuania. It's at the Baltic Sea. I usually present spiritual teachings and relate them with our everyday material life. And recently I've been accused by some of my brethren that I present spiritual teachings which are too high to reach or implement in everyday life by ordinary people. In this case, I would explain it like this. If I present the highest teachings on this planet, so those who do desire to know a deeper truth, they will have a chance to obtain it, to obtain them, to obtain the truth from my teachings. And they would be able to test them in their everyday environment, in their everyday living conditions, and accumulate practically all the necessary practice and experience. And they would decide whether or not these teachings are too sophisticated, too difficult to implement, to live them. If it is so, they might quit them, abandon them. It is not a must for them that everybody who listens to my teachings, who reads my teachings, that they would follow them. Those who desire, but there is one condition, sincerely, to know Creator, to know creation, my teachings are necessary. It's a must to study them and to follow them. But everyone who desires to follow my teachings and who begins just to feel ever greater trust in my teachings, he or she would necessarily begin to feel even greater self-confidence. That's also natural. And it's related to how much of my presented teachings one implements in one's life. The more one implements them, the more he feels self-confidence in everyday environments. And on the contrary, if they try to ignore my teachings, if they try to deny them, one's life turns into well, to a certain extent, suffering and conditions when one turns irritated very quickly. And of course, his inner state of his consciousness becomes dire, becomes very hard to live in. So that's why when I try to expand your outlook on different issues, my most sincere desire is to help you get enlightened so that your life would become at ease, much easier, that you would have a deeper cosmic insight so that you would be able to understand both creation and your everyday living environment. And you would feel that your everyday environment is nevertheless related to the whole of creation, because there is no isolated or separate planet that would not be connected into the living chain with other planets, with the whole of creation. That is why evolution is meant to the whole of creation, not just to one or another planet as a separate unit of the whole of creation. But first of all, you need to get some theoretical knowledge. Of course, some of the topics are too abstract, too complex to understand by our consciousness, which has been polluted with fear, with low frequency vibrations through generations. Therefore, our mind is unable to grasp too much sophisticated information right away, at once. But on the other hand, there are many of my brethren who do sincerely look for a brighter understanding of creation and Creator Himself, who needs the brightest light that one might receive. And I do my best to present this light so that this light would be available to this sincere truth seeker. Therefore, my efforts are directed one way. It's like a one-way traffic street to give you the brightest light I have discovered. And I do desire to share this light with all of you. But I do not violate your free will. It is you who is the master of free will, and it is you who make the ultimate decisions whether or not you desire to study my teachings, to listen to them, and to implement them. But once you begin sincerely trusting me, after some time you will come to an ever-growing understanding that what I have been presenting in my teachings, this is the truth. This is the manifestation of Creator's reality, evolution. And it is for the well-being of the whole of humanity and for everybody who is sincere. Therefore, my teachings will never hurt you, will never make your life harder and more difficult. Just on the contrary, if you lead your life together with Creator, whom you have discovered within, you will be given greater challenges that would educate you, enlighten you, and give you impetus to reach even for still greater challenges. And you will be self-satisfied with each challenge that you have managed to assimilate, to conquer, to win. And it is always a reward first in your own personality. You feel that you become ever stronger in eternal values that characterize your character qualities. You begin to feel Creator's universal love for all. You begin to feel that you turned merciful. Your mercy generates divine justice. And all of a sudden you discover that you have a deep knowledge of beauty and goodness. You begin to do good deeds for others, even for those whom you have not even known just a moment ago. They were next to you on this planet, that they were also in existence. They were absolutely unknown to you, that they were in existence on this planet, even like I told you before, next to you, next door. But all of a sudden, you turn at this person by greeting him first, for the first time, and you feel that he responds you. There is a certain link between you, just beginning to greet each other while meeting each other. So this is a certain manifestation of goodness and brotherhood. Just the very first sign that you do not feel strangers anymore. You become feeling like acquaintances, not yet brethren, but acquaintances. But this is the very first move. Imagine what people think once they are our brethren. When American or Russian bombers drop bombs in, say, Syria, or like the latter case with American president's desire to give a command to bomb Iran, and he revoked this command. That's good. But imagine once bombs are dropping and killing our brethren, what these people living in that place might think about those who are sending these bombers just to kill them. What they might think about these countries, because they also relate these bombers to the country leadership. And then they expand their hatred to the people in that country as the major nation making up that country. So if it is a Russian bomber, they hate the Russian president and the Russian nation. They begin to hate Russia as a country. They are not even intending to greet Russians once they encounter on their way somewhere in their native country. There is no brotherhood in this situation. There is hatred. But if you begin to greet your neighbor in your own house, if it's a high-riser, so that would be your first step. That there would be no such commands given by the president to military people to attack other countries, to bomb our brethren living in other countries. Because brotherhood, which is the crown of evolution on every planet is our interassociation. It's not isolation, it's communication among all, based on Creator's love. When I say love, I mean it. I mean it because I feel this love all the time and for all. And it is a living condition of consciousness. This is the state of consciousness. And I live in this state of consciousness all the time. Therefore, I'm trying to teach you that you would also be in this sort of consciousness. And you would realize all of a sudden you do desire to do goodness to others. You do desire to express your love to others. And it is not an accidental move. If you extend your embrace, hug to other brethren, it is so natural. And this is the expression, the manifestation of Creator's evolution. Creator's evolution meant for the whole of creation includes our planet as well. And this evolution does not provide even a hint of a war among different countries. It does not include any military conflict, and even more, no anger, the less hatred. It's only love and nothing else but love. So this is what I'm trying to teach you, because love is the highest quality natural medicine from all diseases that you might experience in this very moment, in your own country, no matter where you might live in this moment. But love is the message that Creator is sending to the whole of creation. And once we hear this message, and once we begin to feel it, after we discover Creator within and begin to live the way Creator is leading each of us from within, love begins to inhabit our personality so strong that we begin to feel how vibrations of love begin to heal our material body. If the body has some ailments, it is just natural. If you embrace Creator, like Creator embraces you with love and all sincerity, this embrace is being sent through energy vibrations by your personality to this provisional material form called the human body. And this material cell is experiencing these top frequency energy vibrations in itself. And all of a sudden gives a reward to your body by recovering its just natural position, natural state of operation that has been designed by Creator to this material cell in this material body, in the human flesh. And it's being done by Creator, that love would dominate personality's mind, personality's essence, personality's inner world, because love is a quality of Creator's character and one of Creator's eternal values, being passed to the whole of creation family. Therefore, we are not an exception from the family, just not to receive this love from Creator. We are within the Creator's creation family. Therefore, this love is also reaching us. The more so that Creator has bestowed His fragment, His Spirit, which is called the thought adjuster. And this is the generator of love vibrations within each of us. That's why if we discover Creator within, it is just natural that we live in this flow, in this fountain of love, energy vibrations. And it is impossible that your body would have any ailment if your love vibrations are dominating your material cells, that your mind, your consciousness is feeling these love vibrations. So that's why, if you, having listened to these words, begin to open your sincere communion with Creator by addressing Him, my Father, my Mother. If you address them as personalities, you will begin to feel, after some time, after you take sincere efforts, that you all of a sudden feel inner sensations of peace and some inner blissful moments. And this is a reward for your efforts through the high frequency energy vibrations within you. And you do not feel any worry, anxiety, the less so fear within. You feel this peace and bliss. And this is what is necessary to feel for your body, because it has to live according to Creator's will once your personality, indwelling in this body, is fusing his or her will with that of Creator. So this is the rhythm that you should begin to live in everyday life. It does not mean that you cannot have your profession, that you should pray and worship Creator all the time. But in your profession, you will be much better qualified once you do every work with Creator and feeling His leading you from within, even in performing, say, a surgery. If you are a surgeon, delivering classes to high school students, if you are a teacher, even being just and merciful while detaining some criminals, if you are a policeman, and being more patient if you are jobless, if you are homeless. But if you address this issue to Creator, you will be assisted by Creator's providence in getting a roof above your head and even getting a job to provide your sustenance. Because evolution provides you with a means that it should be implemented according to Creator's will. And Creator provides the means like the thought adjuster, like the Spirit of Truth from Jesus, like the Holy Spirit from the partner of Jesus, Creator Daughter. And we also have within our mind 7 adjutant mind spirits that are operating within our mind so that we would be true personalities reflecting Creator as Creator's image by doing good deeds for the benefit of all. So all these means are provided by Creator, and evolution provides us different occasions and possibilities to manifest ourselves and reveal our personality according to Creator's evolutionary design. And this is the case when we are honestly confessing to others, first acknowledging or having acknowledged within each of us, I am a son of Creator. I am a daughter of Creator. And that is a wonderful state of consciousness. Just try to test my words in your own material living conditions of this moment.